whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it, even though I don't. It's like a push and pull, okay? Because I've been getting a lot of organic messages, like really just, and separating it from the interference that has been going on as well. So like I said, regardless of the interference, I'm gonna bring the messages like it's being brought. And this is for the brotherhood. Y'all know what the messages are, okay? So it's just like that. And I understand now the movement, and very clever. You know what I'm saying? So things are starting to make sense. Things are starting to make sense. But I'm just gonna let the message like flow and just see what comes out. Because like I said, I've been getting a lot of messages. The one messages was surrounded by scorpions, okay? Uh, yeah, you being your victory was never part of this plan, okay? Because I guess you were the sacrifice here in this cult that you came from and was brought into, okay? And it's like a 369. It's like a worldwide thing, okay? And there was a lot of interference going on, okay? But because of the keys that were given to me, the false identities and all that, it's been broken. It's no more of that. It's like, okay, what y'all gonna do next? Because you ain't gonna be able to use these manipulative tactics in order to convince me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, because I know exactly what y'all are trying to do. I can still do that, but I don't have to tell you about it. Figure it out on your own, since that's what you want to do. Yeah, that's simple as that. Okay, it's let me see here. Like I said, it's scorpions surrounded by scorpions. So if the message comes out, it just comes out, okay? Okay, so they recruited a lot of you using masculine energies, feminine energies, Sagittarius, Gemini, and a Virgo. Okay, but the jig is up. Okay, all these families are connected. Okay, and they have these law officials as family members or whatever. Okay, so all this is being brought out about the sex trafficking and all that, and trying to set you up. Yeah, they were stalking you where you went. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Yeah, like I said, I've been getting a lot of messages about this sex trafficking and this cult and everything that we've been going through, because it's been a lot. Well, that's good, John, because I really didn't even want to do it. Okay, you said $5, baby. You want to send me $5? You can hit my cash app for sure. But we called back our power. Okay, that's what we did. Thank you, Isabella. I appreciate it. Yeah, and so that's one big thing that's going on. Cause so all the entryways that they've been using, these romantic entryways, these fluctuating readers, okay, to keep you in a cycle on a daily inside of this portal. All that is being blocked. Yeah, sex trafficking and scaring is going on right under your nose. It's going under right under your nose. They found very clever ways in order to do it. Okay, very clever ways to do it, and there's a lot of people involved. And like I said, I was in this. I'm still fighting the fight. Okay, so that's why I'm speaking out, because my life and my family life is way more worth than whatever they got going on behind the scenes. Okay, because we ain't gonna be the sacrifice. And it's just bottom line. Yeah, there's an unsuspecting trap here. Okay, that they didn't see something being mirror back. And I feel very nervous. So somebody's got to be nervous right now, because I have no reason to be nervous. Yeah, baby, stay with your parents everywhere you go. Happy holidays, baby. Yep. Yeah, said the brothers always knew that the sacrifice would be you, and they didn't give a damn. They already knew that we were supposed to be the sacrifice, and they didn't care. And that's just the bottom line of it. That's the truth of it. Okay, these are the deals that they made. So now, if they involved you in order for you to compete with your sister while they was putting you on the chopping block, and knowing, creating a harem of hoes, okay, under a false, under the guise of they are elevating high all of a sudden, but you already knew all this information, but never stepped up to tell your brother about it until now. Because all the sex trafficking and everything that you done went through behind the scenes is coming out on all y'all. That's what the problem is. Yeah. And how you work against your own people, how you sell your own family out. Thank you, Isabella. I appreciate it. I have ADHD too. I don't know if I got ADHD or not, but I know I am kind of hyper. I have my moments. I say I'm bipolar. I don't know. But anyway, I ain't going to categorize it. It's just feelings that I have. Yeah, they did chaos magic. These mothers sent these people in, these sons, okay? Surrounded by scorpions. Clones. They got a lot of clones. They were hiding the collective. So all these clones, they brought them all out. They gave them everything that they had stole from you, from the collective, to make them look like they were being prosperous, and you're not doing anything when they actually ain't went through a motherfucking thing, and you about to find that out. It's a lot of messages that I give on Facebook, because when I'm in my organic thought, not on the internet listening to this one and that one and this one and that one, just seeing how things go, I observe coming in and out, because this is a real deal going on for me, a real deal. Okay, it's funny that your name, hey Mason, it's funny that your name is Mason. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so yeah, things are starting to make sense. Things are definitely starting to make sense for us, and things are going to get better for us. Okay, because the last pull they had was these law officials, these witches in this organization was these law officials, Caucasian law officials, and now let's see what they're going to do when they tell that they were the ones that were helping hide, okay, taking bribes. Yeah, because the energy sources that they were using to siphon your energy, the roads are being blocked. So y'all not gonna be able to use those roads anymore. Yeah, I see you, Mason. Hey, love. Yeah, they going down through there right now. Okay, something about a black robe. Okay, these are black robes. Something about black robes going on here. Okay, this is high level magic or high level organizations that these people lie to. Okay, for money, and then try to cover it up by putting fluctuating the whole lane with a bunch of fake and phony people, because they want to cover up what the cause is really all about. Okay, and what God was waking us up and giving us power to do. Okay, so for his most precious jewels that's being fucked over right in front of your face every day. So yeah, and the people like us, they invaded our privacy because we knew exactly what was going on. Okay, they was not trying to help us spread the message out there. Of course not. So we had to figure out different ways in order to still get the message out there, because we knew the clones was going to be watching if nobody else was watching, and trying to regurgitate, so it was going to get out there. But they ain't have no real knowledge about nothing that's going on, because they ain't been through that, but they going to see, because that's just reaping what you sow. Okay, when you try to cover somebody, that's one of the 10 commandments. But then sitting up here saying that's not what you did. Yeah. And you were used, and then they cowards, so they're gonna leave you hanging by yourself. Yeah. Imposters. Not realizing that they being used to cover up something that's way more vicious than some already knew. But they just cowards anyway, so they just figure, okay, I'm not gonna go against these people like they God or somebody. Ain't nobody. Okay? Nobody. Yeah. So y'all just gonna, try to come up with all these ideas. No, it's the truth is out. The truth is the truth. Okay? And y'all been doing this nasty stuff that y'all been doing behind closed doors for years. Since before we was even born. But let's see what messages come out. And this is for the brothers. They understand that what's going on. I ain't got to explain it. And these witch bitches, I ain't got to explain. They know exactly what's going on. Yeah. Talking about the clones are scared. Yeah, y'all scared because you know you ain't got no backing. You know you ain't got no backing. Thank you, love. You the best too. Somebody dreaming about you or whatever. Yeah. Somebody having manic behavior. Okay. Somebody said they ready. They been waiting on you. That's it. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot been coming out. It's a lot been coming out. They want to put you in isolation so that they wanted you to continue to work, and create while they steal. Okay, and keep you down. No, sir. They don't work like that. So let's see what's going on, because there ain't gonna be no instructions being given on where you gonna go next. What you gonna do next? You know, the lies gotta come out. The lies has gotta come out. And I've been watching it every day. How y'all niggas is up there on TV talking about the same sex trafficking people, trying to get your people to vote for the same sex trafficking group. Ain't nobody going against it. Baby, please, y'all coming down. And it's just bottom line. It's judgment. Once you know, all I have to do is just tell you about it. Write it down, tell you about it. I know somebody gonna see, and y'all gonna get the message to each other when y'all do y'all nasty rituals. Okay? Yeah, because we call back our power. So you can stop stalking and watching or whatever, because we know what the move is. Yeah. Move next. Do it. What's next for the people? We gonna see, ain't we? Are going to see. Somebody is an emotional wreck right now. They say you hurt their feelings. Okay, sometimes the truth hurt. Your feelings don't be hurt too. So, you know, you ain't intentionally hurting nobody's feelings, but you got to tell the truth. It ain't like you want to get up here and do it. Like, no, I be going back and forth in my head all the time. Like, dang, do you want to be on here or not? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yeah. And Spirit said everybody done stop laughing now, because this shit getting real. It's not no joke. Okay? Yeah. It's not no joke. Love spells, playing in people's lives, and playing with people's brains and their mind, doing psychological warfare. You know what I'm saying? And been getting away with it for a long, long time. Okay? Now they people is coming up, dropping down. Now they want to say, and killing each other. Now they want to say it's schizophrenia. No. They tired of that nasty stuff that y'all doing behind closed doors, and they standing up for themselves. So you can call it whatever you want. Yeah, they feeling lost with no direction, because they're a snake without a head. They waiting on you to do something next. So they'll call you names. They'll use anybody to try to trigger you so that you can get out here and try to figure out some way for them to do something next. They come up with something, and God ain't gonna let it happen. No, not until you get what's yours. Yeah, because God used you as a secret weapon. He used this collective as a secret weapon. We a small group because we were real group, okay? We're a real group because we done had to go through the mud. Okay? And the only thing they have is that white man's money. That it ain't the white man's money here. It's y'all money. All y'all money. Y'all all serve it, okay? And you're doing anything for it, and without a thought. So that's your God. So I do anything for my God without a thought. So if that's crazy, that's crazy. But yeah, stolen identity. I mean, it's ridiculous. How can you be all these things and then they want to steal your identity and everything about you? It makes no sense. Yeah, it really don't. It's illusions, baby. Illusions. And Spirit is saying, yes, there is somebody here that you can definitely trust, okay? You can definitely trust. Yep. Yep, you were supposed to be that scapegoat, the sacrifice, whatever, supposed to be left desolate, fucked up, all this social stuff. But God was using you as an example, like a real life example. Like a real life example. So, you know, if they didn't accept you, or they knew you and they tried to hide you and they tried to kill you and they tried to put you in a Cinderella story or whatever, you know, that gives you all the clarity. That should give you all the clarity that you need about the situation. You know, for right now. But you're going to definitely get more, because these people are nothing but gold diggers. They're willing to do anything. They don't care. They didn't think about the consequences of nothing. Okay? This is what they do. okay, and slithered their way into high positions, okay, in these evil families in the boule or whatever the fuck. Don't nobody care. Y'all gonna get y'all ass drugged the fuck down, fucking with real ones, okay? They fuck with the Most High God, period. You can say what you want, but it's the facts is the facts, okay? And that curse is backfiring, okay? Y'all protected them witches. Y'all didn't care about the kids. You cared about them hoes and them niggas. That's who y'all cared about, okay? And it's just bottom line. That's who you're still caring about, because that's who you're still hiding out in your damn house right now. Okay? Try to leave us for dead. Wanted you to focus on something that wasn't real. Please. Trying to distract you from the truth. Okay? Because God always uses something that's a bad, try to use these bad experiences or whatever they try to create in your life to paint a picture of you that wasn't true while embodying everything about you. Okay? And thinking that putting on every clothes that you take off, they put them on. But your cup's so full and overflowing, it don't never stop. You see what I'm saying? So it don't matter how much money you got, that's hard to keep up with. So all you can do is try to continue to lure people in with that same dynamic, with that same thing, when that we need to find out what was happiness before that was even created. Happy birthday, Mason. Yeah. We gonna stay in power, okay? Because what this card has said, immortality. You can't kill me again. Yep, because they was trying to kill us. It was some discrimination going on and colorism going on. So it wasn't just white and black. It was these niggas that want these half white women or whatever color women and want you to call them black, and they not. And you're not gonna never tell me that they is. Because if they was, they would be fighting the same fight that we fight. And they ain't. Okay? They fighting some kind of competition to be sitting up beside the pedophile. Okay? Or with the pedophile, the daddy that's passing you around like a damn chocolate filling, and we don't even smoke them hoes no more. And it's just bottom line. But Spirit said it's working itself out. It's working itself out, and we're going to enjoy our next level. But yeah, it's like I'm getting a lot of messages, and they come, it's so much, it's overwhelming. I'd rather write it down than to try to go through all these stories. But maybe eventually I will. If I feel like that's the pull, I feel the pull, push and pull. Hey, if the message come out, it come out. If it don't, it don't. So this is what it is, okay? Because the lies is being unraveled. Everybody, y'all connections to each other from each city to city, okay? And how y'all send all these motherfuckers in and all y'all can. Yeah. Ain't nobody dumb, neither stupid. Y'all the one had them ancestral babies that can't think right. Y'all did that. Holy Spirit, what else you got right here? Yeah, your cup, like I said, is full of new beginnings and overflowing, okay? And that's just bottom line. So, yeah, you were a source they was pulling from. Ain't put from it no more. People that's supposed to be sitting in high places that got there by stealing and siphoning others' energy like ours. Yeah, them days is over with. Locked up, won't let me out. Type shit. Yeah. You got the 401s here. Yeah. You're going to be in stability, okay? Union. Yeah. You guys are stable in your foundation. And it's just period. They don't understand that. And they don't need to understand it. Shit, they ain't tell them before. Don't tell them now. Tell them what else to do over there. Shit. That's what y'all gonna do. Thought somebody was gonna play the fool. No, we took a leap of faith on ourselves. Okay, because we understood the game of the glitz and the lamb and bring from one sex cult to a next, baby. No, thank you. No, thank you. I ain't that thirsty for the reason about nobody. I really don't even like to be around a lot of people. So, yeah, you know how long it took me to even come up here and say these free words. I'm just practicing. Learning along the way, just because, like, I'd rather if I get it, I write it down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to be sitting on the top of the wheel. We done got the enlightenment we need. These people suck, and they this is finna be exposed. Yeah. So yeah, you been being watched, studied. You done been lied on. Yep. They thought you was a fool, kept you juggling in the Two of Pentacles, but you moving forward past that now with the clarity that we have. Okay, here I come. But yeah, you guys, I was just coming through for a second because the people that I'm talking to in the collective, that it's fine for anybody to come listen, but the people that I'm talking to in the collective, they understand what's going on from here to Facebook, okay? And no messages came through, and I understand what's going on. I keep getting the name Freddie. It's very significant here. He could be a Leo. He could be a Virgo. So that's very significant. So the name means peaceful leader. So yeah. So it's something about a lot of it's ancestral shit going on. It's sisters and it's mothers, it's fathers and it's sons that have done things to keep these people inside of this cult, okay? Steady procreating with their own family members, all right? Or younger people to keep recruiting people to come into this cult. Okay. Yep. And that's what we're going to get down to the bottom of, you know. And I'm going to start writing down everything that comes to my mind on a piece of paper from now on. Try to anyway, so that I can like come up here and talk to y'all and have the messages ready. But I might come back on here in a minute, but I'm about to take a break and I'm going to come right back. Peace. Did it go off? No.